Never expected a medal for doing my job. You never need a receipt when you give it to God. But how can I prove I'm alive? My blood and my sweat is a sign. My OG would pull me aside and tell me it's due you died. I got back pain, I got carried away. Migraine, every day, max pain, no minimum wage. Tax break, they take everything. To be frank, I feel like I'm sane. Heavy bags, Louis insane. What if I give it away? I might just try to overwork underpaid.
Thank you for... tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's Western Conference NBA action, the Memphis Grizzlies here at home, and going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them. Now here's Morant. Jackson misses. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And Phoenix making a change here. Here's Morant. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable, force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Morant. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Can't get it to fall. It's Beal on the wing. Down low. And it's done in the corner. No good on the triple. Bain with it. Now defended by Adams. To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Yeah, Bain has really good passing instinct. He can spot those gaps in the defense.
Outside, Beal. Bain with the steal. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And the rejection by Jackson.
Final substitution, number 17,
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Morant with the steal.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
The Grizzlies on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Shots good by Durant.
See how quick Kevin Durant is off the floor near the rim. That's tough to stop.
Here's Morant. Gets hauled in by Adams.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And here we go. Fast break. And Morant's got it. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It's good. Morant's got 11 points.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. KD can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Nice move. It's Morant with the drive. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Just 5 to shoot. And Williams throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. It's stolen by Adams. It's Beal on the wing. Got a hand on it. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. So, Joyce, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player, in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to Daniels. From downtown, Phoenix grabs the miss. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies.
The Suns, 11.
And welcome back to the second. Quarter of action, plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling at this one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Phoenix making a change here. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Here is Armstrong. Back to Eason. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Whitmore. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Now Morant. 11 points in the game. That bucket in no time at all. Morant's got 13 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Inside, Williams gets the bucket. And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Suns shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Greg, with how explosive John Moran is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries me with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The numbers in their favor. And here we go. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Williams. Now here's Kennard. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Here's Richards. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Jackson. He's covered by Armstrong. Over to the left wing. Hartenstein. The rebound by Richards.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Kennard on the wing. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Suns trail by 4. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Armstrong. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Topic to the inside. The shot's good from Kennard.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
Here's Armstrong. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Stolen. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Bull. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bull making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
The Suns trailing. And the dunk by Bull.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Beal taking his time here. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible. Yeah, Bradley Beal's versatility at the offensive end is just so valuable. He can shoot it, he can drive it, make plays for others, and he's smart.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first half.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Phoenix?
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Phoenix leading by 3. Pass to Richardson. He takes it in. Rebound by Williams.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And Memphis making a change here. Here is Daniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kennard on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Kennard's got the game tied up here for Memphis.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
Daniels, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Yes, that goes in.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Here's Daniels. Right side Bain. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Bain's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Durant with the drive. Up and in on the layup. And the Suns lead by 2. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Suns on top, up by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Phoenix's ball. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Eason. And it's in there. Eason's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Phoenix.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And it's Armstrong missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. Durant with a wide open look. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And it's the Suns with the ball. Armstrong with it. 8 points for him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
And the technical free throw is good.
First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Poke loose. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Clock is at 3. Drops one in from the wing. Beal's got 8. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Morant. They get a hand on it, and they recover it. And a wide open look for Bain. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Here's Beal. Here's Armstrong. And he uses the glass on the way. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
And it's Morant missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
First team.
Puts it up off the inbound. At the elbow, Adams. Outside, Beal. Going inside. And finished off by Beal.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Pass to Morant. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Here is Armstrong. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Pass to Armstrong. It's Beal on the wing. 10 points for him. At the elbow, Bull. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Bulls got 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Now, here's Kennard. 8 points for him. Pass to Daniels. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Kennard. Jang with a clean look. They get it back. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Jang. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Yep, it counts.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Suns leading by 9. Driving to the basket. The second effort. Durant machetes his way through contact.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
There's Jackson with the 3. That shot misses. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. The powerful flush by Durant.
Kevin Durant has absorbed a big-time scoring role everywhere he's been. This guy is so special offensively.
Down low. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Phoenix making a change here. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Beal. Pass to Iguodaro. Good as Beal picking up the assist. Iguodaro's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns. Now Kennard fires the three. That shot is off. 1 second left. And so it's Phoenix, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity.
50 seconds.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first. Three quarters. Here's Topic. Pass to Huff. The 15-footer. And he hits the jumper for two. Huff got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Grizzlies. Outside, Beal. Hole with it. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 13.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And here's Kennard. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Beal gets a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Kennard for three. Unable to get that one. Suns leading by 11. To the paint. Here's Richards. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Second chance shot. Pass to Bolt. Left side, Beal. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Bolt. And it goes down 2 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Topic. And stolen by Bolt. And here comes the break. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the shot goes in.
How about that? Luke Kennard looking very comfortable on the interior. That's a tremendous finish.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 10-point game. And that's an intentional foul. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Inside. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
How about the mobility for a 7-footer that Steven Adams has? Just outstanding sprinting the floor.
And the three ball is good.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Fires for three. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Moran's got 6 here in this quarter.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Durant. Morant with the steal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
Now an all-NBA caliber talent, Morant still feels like he has room to improve.
Both free throws good from Morant.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver. .127 left
in the fourth. Here's Armstrong. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. Here's Morant. Here's Hartenstein. Lets the 3 fly. And Morant is good for 3. Morant's got 27.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Here's Durant. To the wing right side. Here's Eason. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Morant. Pass to Daniel. Nails the triple.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Eason, the screen. And Katie here. We go. Yes.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
.17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Morant. 5 to shoot. Driving in. Oh!
And guys,
Yes, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
The Grizzlies call timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Morant, that's for two. Oh, he nailed it.
And he wins it at the buzzer.
Oh, an astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one.